Hello, hi, welcome to my this is my YouTube channel. I am here to talk about. I just saw a message from a guy. His name is P, concerning the case on busola dakole that was discharged from the judge from the Supreme Court. Now, I am not here to talk too much. My own is, like I said, I have made some videos on this when this whole thing started. First of all, whether that case, according to the guy, he's trying to say that there's a lot of fabrication or whatever that happened that made the case to be, is all lie. The truth of the matter is that there's no way you can bring a case to a law court without no single, there's no timeline, there's no evidence, there's nothing in that case. You can't just wake up in the morning and make a video and fabric and say a story of about you and someone and expect the local to just buy it just like that. Before Busala Dakole and her husband Timi Dakole, before they could start up with this plan, they would have planned this plan very, very well. They would have find a way to do this thing very well so that they can be heard, and if they charge it to court, so that the court will take it over. You just wake up one morning and start claiming 20 years ago you were raped by a pastor. 20 years ago. Now, the timeline, the first video she made was all lies. I was there in 1999 when COSA, it then was called Divine Light Club, started. Pastor Biod, before he got married to his wife end of 2009, end of 1999, sorry. So, first of all, in that video, Busala, most of the things she said when concerning the church was good, but when it came to the period of the rape or whatever she claimed, was all lie. When she got to find out that Dr. Kemi talked about the timeline line of the whole thing, because she claimed that what happened between she and Pastor Biodo happened before GSM came into Nigeria, of which GSM came into Nigeria 2001. And she claimed she included Pastor Biodo's first child. And Pastor Biodo Fatoyibe's first child was born 2002, around that September, October. Because I know I left Ilorin around November 2002. And that was when Pastor Mo gave back to her daughter. So there was no way the girl existed around 1999, 2000 or 2001. So when she got to find out that all those things, they found the truth, she went back to the police and rewrite what she wrote. So how do you expect a court to listen to such person? Before you could do anything you want to do, you have to bring out your facts well. You have to think about the timeline, do everything in a very perfect way before you can bring it to a law court. Law court does not go like that. Even if it's here in Europe, it will be, in fact, in Europe, they won't even listen to her. It makes no sense. Unless you will bring a lawyer that will try to manipulate. But the truth is that the case can never be heard. She should even be thank God that the case was heard and then it was discharged. In Europe, it will never be heard. So I don't know what this man is talking about, trying to say they manipulated money. Timmy don't have money. Somebody that charges somebody to court, would you be, and know that you are in Nigeria, would you be ready for the money and be ready for the manipulations and everything that will happen? You are charging a case on someone, you want to implicate the person, you want to sue somebody, and you didn't plan your work well, and you expect God to help you. First of all, there was no way God would have even helped her. Because the truth of the matter is that their motive was so wrong. Like I said, in this life, your motive is what God uses to judge you. Even if Pastor Biodo is a bad sinner, your motive is what God will use to judge you. If your motive of bringing out whatever you said is wrong over Pastor Biodo or over anybody, God will destroy it. That's the way God works. Timmy and the wife knows their plan. They know what they wanted. Maybe they decided to do it another way, but the truth of the matter is that the whole thing went wrongly. They started manipulating, they started lying, they started trying to buy sympathy, start saying, I tried to make this for the voice of those women that have been raped that cannot be heard. Excuse me. The truth of the matter, two things. Some people are saying, oh, because of this, some people that genuinely rape cannot be able to come out, is a lie. And the same thing, the people that are not genuinely rape can still come out and be like her to get something. So my dear, I am so happy of what happened, whether in Nigeria or in USA or in London or in France, any part of the world, the same thing would have still happened to her. They wouldn't even hear her out because you cannot bring out a case that there's no evidence. You just waited all this while. Oh, they will say, oh, because she was still going through many things. Excuse me. According to your story, according to her story, she claimed that after what happened, that she reported to the pastor, and Pastor Biado apologized to the family and everything. Okay, let's assume that such thing happened, and he apologized, and everybody agreed and forgive each other. Why bringing it up 2019? Won't you know that? Oh, okay. I remember. She and her husband said it's because we were hearing stories of Pastor Biado doing this, doing that. Excusez-moi. You claimed that he apologized to your family, to you, to everybody. And I believe that if something like that happened and he apologized, I believe that the story was closed. So why bringing it up? Even if you hear anything about someone and the person have already apologized to you over what they did wrong to you, you have no right to start to bring it up. Not only did you bring it up, you started fabricating the whole thing, causing havoc and go slow on internet, lying and pushing everything, drawing sympathy to yourself because you think you're a woman. Excuse me, a lot have happened in this life. I'm sorry, I'm a woman, no. I'm a woman. But I have seen women that have destroyed men. That have destroyed men because of another thing. So please, you guys should stop this. Don't ever go there and say, oh, it's manipulation. There's no manipulation in this thing. Whether in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, it's something the court would have still done. Unless busola dakolo will go and bring real evidence, as in real evidence that will show that, this thing really happened. The so-called family, even their own brother that she claimed in the video that followed her to Pastor Biado's house with a knife. Why didn't that brother come out and say, yes, so is what happened? Nobody. I was in Ilorin. I left Ilorin 2003 because she lied that it was around 1999. If it was around 1999, then I was in Ilorin. Pastor Biado was a very popular person. Pastor Biado has been popular even before he got born again. He was a courtist. He was expelled from University of Ilorin. He left University of Ilorin. They almost killed him before he went to Epoma. He got born again in Epoma through Christ Embassy. When he came back to Ilorin, he started going up and down to all the court guys that he knows to bring them back to God, because he believed that he's the one that took them to devil. He bringing them back to God. I got to know him from one of his evangelism. That was even before he opened church. So he was a popular person, and the father was a rich man. He was a bishop in an Anglican or Methodist church in Ilorin. So the father is known. So he's a popular guy. When he got born again and started the church and everything, most people were trying to trash him, say he's not that Scott guy. What does he know? So you can imagine if such a thing happened. There's no way. No matter how they try to close it, there's no way everybody will not hear it. He is a very popular person. So please, you guys should stop this nonsense of that he's being manipulated. No, nobody manipulated. It's the same thing that would have happened outside Nigeria. Busola doesn't have it. You can't just wake up in the morning and fabricate a story. And there was that you fabricated a story that was not true. There was a lot of lip and hold inside your stories. There was no time lying. You were lying. You would say, how can somebody come and say it's 2000? She was so sure when she said this something happened before GSM came to Nigeria. And she said that she was 16 years old. She's just a stupid and bombastic liar. That alone made the whole case. Brrr. And then she said Pastor Biado's daughter Pastor Biado's daughter was born 2002 around September, October 2002. and she's saying before GSM. That should show you a liar. And there's no way you can forget things. Okay? Even if anything like that happened, it was never rape. Because I know how they were doing that period during that 9. University of Ilorin is either you are born again or you are a cultist. Born again was reigning. You have to belong. It was a reigning. In fact, even court guys, I remember I'm a Spirit of David Gospel Dance Club. I remember when Spirit of David members in Ilorin branch, whenever we were traveling for a show, on many campus, our boss will come. It's like stars leaving. Court guys are even coming to escort us. So born again was like a reigning thing. And I know what most people were using it as. I had a cousin that was a pastor in Rema Chapel Campus Fellowship. He was named the finest pastor in the campus. I know how girls were dying for him. I know what they were doing in all those time. So even if anything like that happened, she know what she was doing. Why would she lie and say she was 16 years old? That alone had disqualified her. Even if she's saying a story, a true story, it will, as long as there was lies and lip gloss, there was no way a court will even hear you. 1, there's a lot of lies. 2, there's no evidences, and you come to sue somebody to court. It a craze. Where is it done? Even in the outside Nigeria, it can't even be done. The man is saying busola dakolo should be heard. Heard how? How you want her here? I better go sit down, Jerry. This thing they pay me.